While that fool searches the globe for the Dragon Balls, I'll prepare a little surprise for him.
Sir.
What is it?
You told me to tell you when the target returns.
Yeah? What about it?
He's returning.
What? When?
Now.
What? It's not ready yet! 1 and 2. I think my radar got affected, maybe by some radioactive material that was in Chernobyl. Maybe it got shipped out to the wilderness or something. But hey, since I'm home, I might as well take a look at a movie where a toxic waste can create its own superhero. The first thing you need to know about the Toxic Avenger is the name Lloyd Kaufman. Kaufman is a co-founder of Trome Entertainment along with Michael Hers that are best known for their very low-budget horror films that love to show off disgusting scenes as well as extreme gore. And I'm not joking about that. Some of these movies should come with barf bags. The company, generally, has this movie to thank for what it is today, as originally it made sex comedies like The First Turn On, Squeeze Play, and Cry Uncle, a movie that features drug-addicted hookers performing like I said, barf bag. Anyway, the Toxic Avenger came as an idea to Kaufman while he was working as a pre-production supervisor on the set of Rocky. Yes, that Rocky. And was made as a response to the industry shunning the horror genre. Horror? Not really. This movie comes off more of a spoof, just with extreme violence and gore. Prepare yourselves, because this is the Toxic Avenger. The movie starts off with a warning of extreme violence, as we're introduced to Tromaville, a suburb of New Jersey and Captain Planet's worst nightmare.
Yeah, polluting is fun! No, it isn't! Captain Planet! Don't try to run! Run!
And Melvin Ferd III, who works at the local fitness club.
The mop boy. Can't even mop right.
If you can't tell, Melvin is so dorky he could be getting cool points from Stephen Urkel. Actually, we could all use some cool points from Steve Urkel. While Melvin can be a bit of a spaz, he's still loads more likable than Tromaville's resident assholes Bozo, Julie, Wanda, and Slug. Wait a minute, Corey Feldman is in this movie?
We're fighters for truth, justice, and the American way.
No, it's not Feldman, but calling these guys assholes for picking on Melvin doesn't quite cover it. This group likes to play a game where they go around killing people with their car. Oh my god! These guys are just sick! They even save their kills on camera.
Do it again!
No, I can't. Gotta go to church.
Oh, now I see why the Dove Foundation gave it 3 stars. It's okay if you go to church tomorrow. The next day, Julie intends to play a prank on Melvin as 2 truck drivers carrying open barrels of toxic waste park right in front of the fitness center. And you guys have no idea how much of this I can't show you. Let's just say that I would be blackboxing a lot of it. Julie wants Melvin to meet her by the pool dressed in a pink tutu, which should honestly be your first red flag. But it gets out of hand as the mob chases him right out of a window, turning him into a stunt double and right into one of the open barrels. The uncovered green sludge seems to scar and distort Melvin's flesh as he runs off screaming in pain.
Melvin's on fire! Melvin's on fire! On fire!
Yes. The power of toxic waste transforms Melvin into the Toxic Avenger. Some decent effects here, but American Werewolf it's not.
My little Melvin. He must have finally reached puberty.
I don't want to know what Aunt May here thought that roar was. Transformed into a hideous monster, Toxie sets out and comes across 3 criminals assaulting one of the only good cops in Tromaville.
You're gonna find out why they call me Cigar Face.
It's metaphorical!
It's obvious real quick that Cigarface and his thugs, Knuckles and Nipples, are no match for Toxie, and it's here that Kaufman dials the hilarity and gore up quite a lot. I think I'm gonna need another bag. Toxie saves the cop, intending he's gonna clean up the city with his new superpowers, which include super strength, near invulnerability, and a sexy, smooth jazz voice.
Don't worry, I won't hurt you.
While the public finds out about its new monster hero, Toxie has made a new home at Tromaville's toxic waste dump that Mayor John Candy here plans on using for waterfront property. I always suspected him to be evil. Meanwhile, and no, I didn't put that graphic in there, the gang from the Warriors decides to rob the Mexican place. No, seriously, that's what it's called.
Frank. Look how cute she is, Frank.
Hey, Leroy, I think she likes you.
These guys are real dickholes too. They kill a guy, threaten a baby, and even shoot a blind girl's dog. While the thought of the Toxic Avenger and John Wick crossing over is an intriguing idea, it immediately takes a back seat when this happens.
Just let me introduce you to Ben.
No, strike that. I wrote it in the script to show what was about to happen, but you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. It's so offensive, it bothers me to the point where I will not show you what happens next. Just won't do it. Toxie saves her and rips the guy's arm clean off, and then he beats him with it. I will say, however, that he got off way too easy. As for the other two, regardless of their kung fu skills, Toxie turns one guy into a human milkshake.
Milk was a bad choice.
And deep fries one guy's hands.
Oh my God, it's dead!
That's right, my dear!
As for the girl, well...
But my dog! Those men killed my dog! They shot my dog!
Come on, that dog is clearly still breathing. Somebody get him some help. The movie gets a very credible looking doctor. I mean, come on, he does have a stethoscope. To describe it, Toxie has a genetic predisposition to kill evil people, and boy does he ever, because Tromaville has got a lot of sickos in it. He smashes a drug dealer's head, eat your heart out Tom Savini, he takes care of Wanda, GoldenEye style, even takes down a pimp.
Only 12 years old and only $12.
I'd buy that for $1.
Like I said, full of sickos. The town's not completely devoid of good-hearted people, though. The blind girl from earlier has actually been dating Toxie.
I'm gonna show you the things love can do. Well, how can you say love's not real when you don't even know how it feels?
Okay, that's a bit unfair. While I never want to see Toxie getting horizontal again, they are generally happy together, even to the point where she moves into his home at the dump. But Toxie's got a job to do, and next on the list is Julie. Whoa, wait a minute, I was just kidding about Aunt May being in this, but look, there she is. He chases her down a hallway, and honestly, this is the first time the film really feels like a horror movie, right down to busting through the door. What? You think he can threaten me with a haircut? With the two female serial killers taken care of, remember that subplot? Because it looks like the movie finally did. We're just left with Bozo and Slug, who decide to steal an old lady's car for their next joyride.
Oh, what a feeling today.
Ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty? Ooh! Ooh! Ow!
They don't get very far, as Toxie gets a handle on the car, tosses Feldman to the road, and takes Bozo on his own little ride.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
After causing multiple wrecks and damages, Toxie decided to end it by ripping the steering wheel clean off just before driving into a group of kids. Toonses, no!
He drives around all over the town. Toonses the driving cat.
Of course, Toxie survives unscathed, but maybe the crash knocks some screws loose as he attacks and kills a tiny woman in a dry cleaners.
No sticky, no washy.
And now he's racist. Not so fast, as it turns out that the little old lady was in charge of an international slavery ring, but the mayor orders the police chief to kill Toxie before her criminal record can leak to the press.
Kill that bastard for me, you gotta kill him!
Yes, mein Führer.
I'm sorry, Mr. President.
Oh, Clancy and Johnny, the two that Toxie saved earlier, want no part in harming the monster, or something like that. It's difficult for me to pay attention since this kid keeps staring me in the eyes. The rest of the police find Toxie and Sarah, in a bikini no less, camping in the woods and alert the mayor.
I'll have the National Guard meet us out there in full force. You leave now.
Yeah!
The mayor gets the National Guard and what looks like the entire town to confront the monster, but in the end, they just can't bring themselves to hurt the creature that saved so many lives.
You fat slob, let's see if you have any guts.
Of course, disemboweling the mayor right in front of the entire town might make them rethink that. The movie wraps up here with Toxie and Sarah living happily ever after, and the good people of Tromaville embracing their hero with open arms. And that was The Toxic Avenger. How was it? Well, I won't lie to you. The Toxic Avenger is B-movie trash, but that's obvious going in. Regardless of its low budget, questionable taste, and acting talent, The Toxic Avenger is extremely entertaining and funny, albeit super violent and gory, and as a film I'm more than happy to include in my collection. And I'm not the only one. As recently as January 2018, I read that the Film Critics Association re-evaluated it with a 100% approval rating, and they wanted to schedule it to be inducted into the Library of Congress later this year. Of course, that's nice, but all of that is bullshit. Remember to always do your research, guys. Man, that would have been impressive considering the only other superhero film in that prestigious category is 1978's Superman. Say, Superman.
I'm going out of my mind. I feel the pulse of your desire. I'm so excited. I just want to listen to your body talk. Body talk. I love the sound of your body talk. Body talk. Body talk. I love the sound of your body talk.
Can't take it, Julie. I cannot take it. He is screwing up my karma.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and please take a minute to like, comment, and subscribe for more super videos.